Another divisional matchup here. Game number 2. Monarchs Bows. Sunshine Sluggers. Atomic Animatronics. Two teams on, I think, very different game plans. Very different construction philosophies. Is that appropriate?
I think so. I think they play more similar than we think.
That's fair. I have my fellow divisional hate watcher on the line with me. This is Merc Wolf, aka Mark. I'm saying this again only for the YouTube bot. So hi everybody on YouTube. Let's take a look at these two teams, starting with our away team, Sunshine Sluggers. So this matchup is part of what I like to call the Dawn Triangle, which is I have yet to beat this Sunshine Sluggers team. This Atomic Animatronics team has yet to beat me. And of course, Monarchs and the Bows. The Swatters and the Animatronics met 3 times last year, twice in the regular season, once in the postseason. The Atomic Animatronics won all 3 en route to a 3rd place finish in the first season of the Triple Sunset Circuit. So, starting off this season, of course, Sunshine Swatters, as bitter as it is for me to say, beat me again, and I beat Adam at least again. So this is going to be the one to continue the triangle and see if it's more than superstition. For the Monarchs over here, Purple Toad has been, I think, great on the mound so far for them. Other than that loss to the rookies, he has allowed very little runs in all of his games, up until a certain point. I know that first week looks really bad, the 9-12 victory, I think it was, but it took so long just to break through him that by the time we did, they still had Peach, Toad's worth, and then we're still not breaking any of their synergy anywhere. This is a very well-constructed team, one of 2 in the league, other than that Knights team that lost last game, to not use any knees. So, always going to be contenders. Got to watch out for them. On the other side of the ball here, Bo's still sort of adjusting, I think, to this new look team with Yoshi and Birdo instead of Daisy and Birdo. Both squads really, I think, him and the Knights missing their other half, so to speak. Shy Guy moved to catcher. We got Critter and Magikoopa, pretty traditional infield, and then Red Yoshi and the Mii's in the outfield. Kira and MV Me. For the last time, I'll say, I'll refer to this year until it's old news, and then it's just referring to the past. Mr. Matthew from Wii Sports. Batting order, we're leading off with Red Magikoopa, Red Critter hitting in the 3 spot, Matt in that familiar 4, and then the Yoshis to round it out with Birdo in that 6 spot. For the stage, I believe we are at Daisy Cruiser during the daytime. A great small ball stage, if you will. Should be an exciting one. Or let me just double check that. Let's see. So the Sunshine Swatters have banned DK Jungle, I'm seeing. And the Atomic Animatronics shows DK Cruiser, or Daisy Cruiser. So without further ado, Mark, who you got? Mark?
You're gonna go with tradition, right? I gotta take the Bows here.
Yeah, that's who I put my money on in on the little like Discord games that we have.
Although that free hot dog does sound nice.
Which, speaking of, I have to close that out. As Toadette with a leadoff single here that might have been more. She hits it into left field in a janky part of the architecture.
Is there a boat here?
Oh, and another error. We see that error for the same time tonight, or second time tonight, as second baseman overthrows first baseman there. And that allows Purple Toad to reach. So, for the, again, second time tonight, first 3 runners reach. As we'll have RBIs in the top of the first. Unless Matt has anything to say about it, they won't catch the runner at home. They'll hold Purple Toad to third. It's an RBI single for the 3-spot Red Pianta to open up the scoring here. And I'm getting set up still, and we have action. Red Noki now up to bat. This is a chemistry complete roster, so they have front-to-back item coverage here. Very dangerous in these situations, especially because there's a lot of cross symmetry. And as we've learned recently, as that table induces an error, Matt probably won't have the play at the plate, as it's a 2-0 lead with runners on first and second after that red Noki single. But as I was saying, we found out over this offseason, you get a contact and a power boost based on how many players on the base paths you have chemistry with. So having a lot of players that have chemistry with one another is very beneficial. And this is a team that makes use of that concept very, very well. As Yellow Pianta, trying to break the curse, sends a meteor right out the left field. Kira comes down with it, gonna end up holding the runners at second and first. First out of the inning, and Yoshi has got to be breathing a sigh of relief. Got to get those nerves, those sea legs, if you will, on Daisy Cruiser. You know, if you want a fun fact, I thought about for the bit making my home stadium all year Daisy Cruiser and saying that with the money I won from the first season, I bought a boat.
You bought a yacht.
Yeah. Now Red Toad sends out a deep fly ball, but that one's going to stay in the yard. The green shell there almost causes some trouble, but Kira, very good defense to back up center fielder Red Yoshi for the second out. Now Captain Peach. Runners on first and second. She has chemistry with both. Won't matter. She grounds out to shortstop. Red Critter tosses the ball over to Red Magikoopa over at second for the final out of the inning. Once again, 2 scored to start this game. What an odd coincidence. Ball 1 to start off here. As Red Magikoopa gets aboard with a base hit. It's now Kira up to bat. She'll try to sneak one up the middle, but that's going to be a ground out into a double play, 6-4-3. And it's 2 outs quickly here in the bottom of the first with Red Critter up to bat. Oh, hits one hard down the left field line on strike 2, but drifts foul. Now he'll look just for the single. Won't get it. No, he will! On the error at second base. Green Toad tries to get the throw directly to first for the final out of the inning, but won't catch Red Critter in time, so it's a 2-out single. And now Matt might have himself one as the table blocks Red Toad from getting there again, and Red Critter's going to go all the way to third. Runners on the corners. Perhaps the shoddiest part of this lineup, if you will. Will it matter? No, the error from Red Pianta won't end up making a difference. As the ground out leads the final out of the inning. It's 2-0 early here for the Monarchs. I'm scared. I mean, the animatronics have had a lot of come from behind victories against this team, but they've also, again, it's that conundrum of if you have to be behind in the first place, are you a good team? Are they just getting lucky, or is this a team that truly comes to play when it's their divisional rival? They have home field advantage this time. I think this is a game that's very winnable for them. This is one that gets them on track. But that boo's going to lead to some danger as Green Toad has wheels, and he's not afraid to show it. He makes it all the way to second on the standing double, Boo assisted. And Toadette's aboard. She started off this mayhem with the base hit early. But she'll hit into an inning-ending double play on a Boo lineout. Excellent glove flash there by the Red Magikoopa over at second base. Birdo, Yoshi, Red Yoshi up to bat. Captain and star player Birdo. And she's looking to... She takes a strike on the inside as she is looking to send one into the ocean here. Swinging strike 2. Gets that one with the end of the barrel and hits it right to the waiting glove. Yellow Pianta for strike number 1. Or out number 1, excuse me. Yellow Yoshi jumps on the first pitch and hits to his partner in crime over at second base. Great Delfino Wall. Red Pianta for out number 2. Now Red Yoshi. Strike 1. Makes good contact, and that one's going to bounce off Peach's ankles for another 2-out error-induced single. And I'll tell you, I mean, if it feels like if the Monarchs are going to lose this one, it's going to be on their own sloppiness, you know?
Yeah,
Not this time, though.
Sleeping out there, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, Purple Toad's been pitching, I think, great, but it's hard. It's hard when you have those errors to just take a deep breath and pitch the same when you have someone on the base paths. Yoshi's no stranger as well to these like long haul games where he has to take a 2-0 deficit early and then just run with it. It's does he have the run support behind him, in my opinion. Red Magic Koopa, another nice play there to get the first out of the inning on the first swing. Line drive to second. Red Pianta now. He sends one hard hit over right field. There's no chance in an attempt. That's a missile, heat-seeking. And that one might reach the coast at this rate. I mean, that one was on a wire. 3-0 now the lead as the bodyguard, as they call him, showing a little bit of offensive prowess, protecting the lead. Now Red Noki with the hard hit ball to deep center field. Gonna stay in the yard. Fireball's not in time, but hit both the outfielders. Well placed by Yellow Pianta. Let's see if he can replicate some of these success. Now he has one hard hit to the same spot as Red Noki, but I suspect a little harder. No, staying in the yard as well. Just about to the same spot. Monarchs go 1-3-4. Though, unfortunately for the Bows, the 2 was a solo shot. So it's 3-0 now, top of the order. And it's a ball into Red Magic Koopa. And I think this is where I have the most questions, because, I mean, not to doubt somebody with this much experience in the league, but I feel like Red Magic Koopa is just not a, maybe not a quality leadoff hitter, but just not a leadoff hitter archetype at this point in his career. Kira might be, but Toadette with some excellent, I mean, just top-notch speed and hustle to get there for the second out of the inning on the deep fly ball to center field. Red Critter now at bat. And already behind in the count, 0-2. Chops one to right center field. It might be a double as that one gets past both fielders. Table assisted again. Matt from Wii Sports takes the first pitch on the outside for strike one. Hard hit to first base. Toadsworth is pushed back about 20 feet, but the ball stays in the glove. Scoreless for the Bows through 3. Monarchs up 3. Toad at bat now. And he'll swing at a ball on the outside of the plate for strike one. Hard hit into center field. Red Yoshi's not there in time to prevent the hit. Leadoff runner is aboard. The Captain Peach. Knocked one up through the middle for a single. A little bit of insurance there with the item pal block. Toadsworth now. He has the experience, but you're sort of, I don't want to say worried about where to place somebody like him. He's obviously great at pitching, great at fielding. I think the speed in the lineup is what really concerns me. But this time it might be the hitting potency as he hits into a triple play.
Whoa.
They get runners at third, second, and first in order for the around-the-horn triple play to end the inning without any damage. And that might spark a little something, hopefully, in this lineup for the Bows. They're up to bat now. The Shy Guy leads off with a single up through the middle. That's huge. Good part of the order coming up here. Obviously going to be very dependent on Yoshi coming through clutch. But Birdo, she's been known to hit with power sometimes. Really, if she can make contact with the barrel. This is a small stadium. And she might have done just that. Into that same right field, and Red Pianta does it, and the lead's cut to just 1 on the 2-run bomb by the captain. Showing why she's the star player, the sole captain of this team. Red Pianta did it on a line drive. She did it on a one that you have to break out is it the altimeter to measure? And good for that, because if she didn't, it would have been a Yoshi double play ball. Instead, it's just the first out of the inning. And that's a gut shot, I think, for the Monarchs, who are just hoping to get an easy one. But against this team, you can never rest. Never. So 2 outs there after. Oh, go ahead. Final out of the inning there as they go to the shortstop. Yep. Continue.
No, I feel like this Bows team has a little bit more fight in it, and they kind of have to. Yeah, it seems like they're playing very 8v9.
Is there one that you feel like is really the weak spot of this team? Do you think it's Yoshi?
I think it's Yoshi. I think there are a lot of teams in this league, and I feel like Yoshi fits on 0 of them.
That is interesting. I feel like theoretically there's a Yoshi team out there, but you have to pair it with the babies.
Yeah.
But I feel like even then, there's just not a lot of pop in his bat, and he doesn't use the pitches enough to really, or his swings to really make it work.
I think it would be a lot more beneficial if he would go into his special swing instead of a special pitch.
Yeah.
Because they've been sitting at 5 stars since midway through the first, and they have not used a single.
They're stealing home. Not going to make any contact on the bunt. They don't have the throw out at third, but it allows the runner to reach second from first. Now they're going for the double steal again, and the bunt might be perfect. Yoshi, though, his speed not in time. They have the runner at first, but the sack bunt is in. The Toads steal one there, 4-2, and Yoshi's upset about it. I do agree, though. Now, there is one. I think what they've been finding as they've been toying with it is that there's just a star stat, and it's based on your class, which he's like the one that uses it the least. And swings are even rarer than like anything else. Yes, yeah. But as another run comes in to score on the RBI single, scores Purple Toad from third. Sorry, excuse me. By Red Noki. But yeah, it's star swings are rarer than star pitches. You're more likely to use both in high leverage situations like runner on second and nowhere else, or bases loaded. As they have to go to the bullpen here. Birdo coming into the game down 3 and pitching to Yellow Pianta, who's looking to end this one. He might fly out to the same exact spot he did last time. Bananas won't cause the error as Red Yoshi is there to cover for Kira. 2 more score, but Bo's team, a little bit of fight left in it. Top of the order. I really want to see Red Magic Koopa come through here. And he does! Good, not the best contact, actually, on that swing. Perhaps a little bit early.
Yeah, very early.
But he manages to send it in between third base and shortstop. Peach's dive not in time. The leadoff runner's aboard for Kira, who sends one directly to center field. Hard hit. Red Toad's one of the fastest in the league. And he gets there just in time from left field. The table just barely not enough to interrupt his path. I really thought Kira had it a cider there, but had just a little too much under it. And Toadette and Toad, 2 of the more talented outfielders in the league, make him pay.
I think if you're the AAAs, I think you got to ask Critter where he was on January 6th, because not using that shell there is absolute terrorism.
For sure. Just unfortunate. And now he might get a taste of his own medicine as he hits one deep to right field. Item use might not be in time as the fireballs are far too late and the table's in the way anyways. Now
it'd be nice to see some of these runners tag up on these hits to get some action at the plate then.
Ooh, Matt has a line drive, perhaps a home run. Not on that trajectory, actually. Robbed by first baseman Toadsworth. Second nice play from him of the day. He'll hit third here in the top of the 6th. Only 2 innings left. And 3 runs separating the Monarchs from becoming... Would they be the first team to beat everybody? I would have to check their record from last year. Nonetheless, a win over a heated rival. And Toad will fail to get aboard for any insurance runs to start the top of the 6th here as he flies out over to Matt from Wii Sports in right field. Birdo goes to the changeup early in the count here. Strike 1. Fastball gets caught on the outside corner of the plate and sit right up the middle. No play from either fielder. And Peach has the 1-out single. Toadsworth now. I believe, hit into that triple play earlier. And I'll hit into a double play here. Yes! Red Critter steals one. With a great dive at the 11th hour to snag that one for heading into the outfield. Gets the ball over the first. Innings over. Or half innings over. As the bottom of the 6th comes up here. They need 3 runs in the next 2. Starting off with Shy Guy, and this is how it started off right before that very important, now we're looking at it, home run by Birdo. And it starts off the same way again as Shy Guy. A board for a base hit right up the middle. And now, man, Purple Toad's smiling, but you gotta think he wants revenge for it. This is maybe the most important at-bat of the season so far for either team. Birdo goes to contact it. Will get a board, but they have the runner at first. He had to wait in case he was tagged out on the fly out. So it's just a fielder's choice there, I believe. And
double play, yep.
That's the nail in the coffin as Yoshi comes up right afterwards. He's out of there. Double play to end the inning. 1 inning left. Last chance for the Monarchs to pile it on. Up 3 here, top of the 7th. And Green Toad aboard with a base hit. Good arm from Kira over there in left field, but not good enough to have any chance at robbing at first. Cut off or no. Birdo coming into the game so late and throwing heat is going to be really important here with the steal. They have the runner out at second. Fastball, and then the defensive play by Shy Guy to Red Magic Koopa.
Great snipe from Shy Guy there.
Shy Guy's been maybe my player of the game. He's for this Bose team. I think he's been very good. Purple Toad sends one deep now, and this left field of Daisy Cruiser is really giving a lot of these teams trouble, I find. 1, 2, 3 goes Sunshine Sluggers, and if the Bows win this one, I mean, it has to be fate, because it's maybe the weakest part of their order. 8, 9 one-hitters coming up. Down 3. It would have to be Destiny. Whoa. It won't start with Red Yoshi.
That's crazy he got there.
Yellow Pianta makes a huge catch going to his right.
I want to know who waxed this deck here.
I believe home team's in charge, so.
Okay.
Red Paratroopa with a nice line drive, but the wall is up and it's 2 outs. It would have to be a legendary comeback. Instead, the boo means nothing. The Sunshine Sluggers get to leave here today with a win not only over a divisional rival, but one that they've wanted to get a win over for a long, long time since being eliminated by them in the Season 1 playoffs. They finally bested the Atomic Animatronics. MVP of the game has to be Red Pianta with that shot. I mean, what an outing from him, I'd say, outside of that error. Let's, Mark, if you want to give your thoughts again as I go ahead and put this into the schedule.
Yeah, I mean, I think the scoreboard definitely helps, or the box score definitely helps show this, that, Yoshi managed to pitch 6 innings, but he also had, 6 runs scored on him. I don't believe any runs were scored once Birdo came into to pitch. I feel like Yoshi could use a little technique out there, even if he's not gonna be a power hitter or a power player. It definitely feels like Birdo's team and Yoshi's there, but
what do you think, I guess, is the future for Yoshi? Where would you like to... You think there's any chance for him in this league, or do you think he's sort of done as a prospect?
I mean, I hear they need a new hot dog salesman at DK Jungle, where the last one got sacrificed to the spirits.
What's the Mario baseball equivalent of the Guangdong Tigers?